two combinations. One is again logic 0 and logic 1. Okay? So in QPSK, wala pala akong naka-share. Okay, so QPSK, so that is quaternary phase shift keying, or in some books, you can read it as quadrature phase shift keying. Okay? So same lang sila. So QPSK is an M-array encoding scheme where N is 2 and M is 4. So how is that? So N, again, based on the M-array encoding that I have given you, so we have the formula N is equal to log 2M. Okay? So N is the number of bits necessary, while M is the number of levels, combinations, yeah. So the number of levels or combinations. Okay? So here, so the number of combinations in a QPSK is 4. So that is log 2, 4. Okay? So when you're going to calculate this one, you're going to have 2. Okay, so that is why the number of bits necessary in a QPSK modulation is 4. Sorry, I mean 2. Okay? Nakuha? Nagets po?
Yes po.
Hello?
Yes po, sir.
Okay. Then, hence, the word quaternary or quadrature means 4. Okay? So remember that a QPSK modulator is a binary base signal which has 4 different input combinations. Okay? So QPSK is called QPSK for the reason that first, it has 4 different input combinations which are 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1. Okay? It is also called a QPSK again for the reason that it has if it has 4 different input combinations, it also has 4 different output combinations. Okay? So mamaya makikita nyo kung ano yung mga output combinations na yon. Okay? So additional information for QPSK. So QPSK, the binary input data are combined into group of 2 bits. Okay? So ang tawag po sa group of 2 bits na yon is called die bits. So ano yung mga die bits na yon? So yung 4 input combinations natin which are 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1. So ang tawag po dito ay die bits. Okay? So each die bit code generates one of the 4 possible output phases. Okay? So ito yung sinasabi ko kanina. So these are the different input combinations, and these are the 4 different output phase combinations. Okay? So we have 45 degrees, 135 degrees, negative 45 degrees, and negative 135 degrees. Okay? Nakakasabay pa?
Okay lang po.
Okay, how about the others? Andyan pa ba kayo?
Yes po.
Yes po, sir.
Okay. So kapag may question, feel free to ask. Okay? Okay. So moving on to our next slide. Ito. So here, this QPSK is modulator ay kailangan nyo matutunan kung paano basahin. Ano ba namang ingay ng mga bata? Yan ako full screen ko Ay. Nakikita, ay ano gayon? Nakikita po?
Yes po.
Okay. So a QPSK modulator has 2 input channels. Okay? So first is the I balance modulator, and Q balance modulator. Okay? So we have two binary inputs, which is the I and Q channels. Okay? So this I channel, papunta doon, has two possible inputs, which is the logic 1, which is 1 volt, and logic 0, which is negative 1 volt. Okay? So if the input has positive 1 volt, it represents logic 1. Then kapag pumasok po siya sa balance modulator, meron po siyang itong balance modulator, pag pumasok si positive 1 volt, i-multiply po natin siya kay sin omega ct. Bakit? Si sin omega ct, siya po ang reference carrier oscillator. Okay? So may dalawang possible outputs. So that is positive sin omega ct kapag ang pumasok ay logic 1, which is 1 volt. Pero kapag ang input mo ay logic 0, which is negative 1 volt, ang magiging output po sa balance modulator ay negative sin omega ct. That is why ang output dito ay positive and negative omega ct. Nakukuha?
Opo.
Yung iba na gets? So crucial to ha. So pag hindi nyo to naiintindihan, hindi nyo masasagot yung problem solving about QPSK modulator. Okay? Next. Sa Q channel, so we have two possible inputs again, which is logic 0 and logic 1. Okay? So again, logic 1 represents positive 1 volt and logic 0 represents negative 1 volt. Okay. So kapag ang input po natin ay positive 1 volt and multiply natin sa cosine omega ct, ang magiging output po ay cosine omega ct. Kapag negative 1 naman ang ating input, so this will be negative cosine omega ct. Next, kapag pumasok po, pag nag-output tayo ng okay? So, ang output po natin dito, for example, ay sin omega ct. Okay? Halimbawa, ang ating output ay sin omega ct. Kapag dumaan siya sa linear summer, at yung output nito ay positive cosine omega ct, ang gagawin po natin ay pagsasamahin natin sila. So, ang magiging output po ay magiging sin omega ct plus cosine omega ct. Okay? So, halimbawa, ang output mo dito ay negative sin at positive sin cosine dito. So, that will be negative sin omega ct and positive cosine omega ct. Pag naman negative at negative, so that will be negative sin omega ct minus cosine omega ct. Ayun. So, that is how QPSK modulator works. Okay? Nagets po ba?
Sir, may question lang po.
Go!
Paano po namin madidetermine kung aling logic po yung gagamitin namin?
Ha?
Halimbawa po dito sa iChannel, alin po sa logic 1 or logic 0 yung gagamitin namin para po makuha
Gagamit-
yung
Ga-
positive,
Gag-
negatives?
Hindi obvious naman. So, logic 0, ang gagamitin mo ay positive 1 para makuha si positive sign. Kapag logic 0, negative, edi gamitin mo si negative para makuha mo si negative sign. Di ba? Or iba yung tanong mo?
So ano po, para pong self-explanatory na lang po yung
Hindi self-explanatory. Oh, self-explanatory, pero kapag logic 0, that is negative. And logic 1, that is positive.
I mean po ba is sa question po ba na paano po namin madidetermine kung negative or positive?
Oh.
Yun po yung pinaka question.
Okay, so mali yung tanong mo. So, basically, ang sagot, you will definitely know the sign kapag logic 1 or logic 0. and kung ang tanong mo ay paano mo malalaman kung alin ang gagamitin mo, lahat ay gagamitin mo. Okay, so sige, proceed tayo. Stop share. So ang tanong ay ganito. Okay? The question will be, okay, for the QPSK modulator shown in figure 2-17, construct the truth table, phasor diagram, and constellation diagram. Okay? So tatlo yung tanong. Construct the truth table, phasor diagram, and constellation diagram. Okay? So ito, picturean nyo na to kasi habang nagsasagot tayo, babalikan natin ito. Picturean nyo, screenshot nyo, para habang nagsasagot tayo, pwede nyo siyang tignan. Okay? Napicturean na po ba?
Yes po, sir. Yes po.
Okay. Okay, proceed tayo sa pagsosolve. Okay, so kanina, sabi, we have two channels. First of which is the I channel and the Q channel. So sa I balance modulator, right, we have two possible outputs, which is the positive sign omega ct, which is logic 1, which is equal to 1V. And we also have negative sign omega ct, which is equal to logic 0, which is also equal to negative 1 volts. 1 volt, I mean. For the Q balance modulator, okay, so we have two possible outputs again. So that is positive cosine omega ct, which is logic 1, which is 1 volt, and negative cosine omega ct, which is equal to logic 0, which is equal to negative 1 volt. Again, QPSK, based of what I've discussed a while ago, QPSK has 4 possible inputs. So, ito yon. So, paano natin papasukan ng 4 possible input combinations, which are the die bits. Okay? Really? Is it mainit? Medyo lang. Okay. Gutom ako bigla. Kain. Wait lang. Gutom ako. Ikaw ba? Okay, sorry. Okay, game. So, by using these outputs, we can have four possible. So that is possible, sorry. Resultant fixers. So what are those? Again, kanina sinabi ko, meron tayong four possible outputs, di ba? So yung pinakita ko sa iyo, halimbawa, ang output sa I-balance modulator ay positive sign, dito sa kabila ay positive cosine. So this will be equal to positive sign omega ct plus positive cosine omega ct. So pag what if positive, then negative. So this will be equal to positive sine omega ct minus cosine omega ct. Okay? So what if naman negative? So this will be equal to negative sine omega ct plus cosine omega ct. Okay, what if naman negative, both negative, so this will be equal to negative sine omega ct minus sine omega ct. Okay? Nakakasabay pa? Na-gets? So, itong apat na ito yung output ng linear summer. Na-gets?
Yes po, sir.
Sir, yung
Hello?
mas po ba ay talagang sign both negative
Sorry.
sign?
Sorry, my bad. It should be cosine. Thank you for correcting. Okay?
Eh di yung apat na po yun, ay na po yung possible na lang gagamitin po yung apat na ano po yun, yung sequence of
Yes. Mababaliktad lang yan. Okay? Mababaliktad lang siya. O, ganito. Wait lang. Stop share ko lang, ha. So, pwedeng, sorry, napiyok. So, pwedeng, itong reference carrier oscillator ay pwede kong gawin cosine. Itong kabila ay sine. Pwede yun. Okay? Okay. Back to our computation. Okay. So, to be able to find the truth table, so we're going to use the different input combinations, which are the die bits. Okay? So, clear ko lang to. So, using the die bits, so we have four possible input combinations, which are, if Q is equal to 0 and I is equal to 0. Okay? So, that is 0, 0. Okay. So, ang magiging I, ito yung channel ha, yung kapag sa Q ay 0, kapag I ay 0, so magiging I balance modulator output natin ay what? Negative. Kasi parehas pag 0, negative.
Negative sign
Negative
omega
sign omega ct. So, ang Q balance modulator output natin will be equal to negative cosine omega ct. Okay. Then, ang magiging linear summer output natin will be, remember, Q balance modulator output first. So, this will be equal to negative cosine omega ct minus sine omega ct. Okay. So, dahil ang ating, kung titingnan natin yung QPSK modulator, we have a reference. Pakita ko lang. Stop share. So, we have the sine omega ct as the reference carrier oscillator. So, yung ating linear summer output, which is negative cosine omega ct minus omega ct, will have its sine value. Okay? So, paano natin makukuha yung sine value niya? Okay. So, first, we need to find the resultant value. So, to be able to get the value of the resultant, sorry, ilagay natin yung ilagay natin yung kanyang amplitude, 1 at saka 1. Okay? So, this is negative 1 sine omega ct and negative cosine omega ct. So, this will be equal to negative 1, negative 1. Okay? Sorry, my bad. Should be negative 1 here. Okay? Erase ko lang. Okay. So to be able to get the resultant, so what we're going to do is square both magnitude of each balance modulator outputs. Okay? So kunin ko lang yung numerical coefficient. Unahin natin itong formula, x squared plus y squared. So r is equal to the square root of negative 1 square plus negative 1 square. Okay? Pindot po sa calcu. Ano po sagot? Ayan. Wala na namang napindot. Ano sagot?
1.41.
Okay. So, yan ang problema nyo. Ang tamad yung pumindot sa calcu. Tapos, pagdating ng exam, sasabihin nyo mahirap. So, that is 1.414
1.41.
sine omega ct minus. Okay? So, kailangan natin kunin yung kanyang angle or yung kanyang phase. So, paano? So, using arctan. So, tangent, angle is equal to arctan ng y over x. Okay? So, angle is equal to arctan. So, the value of y is the cosine value. Remember, the value of y is the cosine value. And the value of x is the sine value. Okay? So, this will be equal to negative 1 over negative 1, which is equal to, pakipindot,
45 po.
45
okay.
po, sir.
So, ang lumabas is 45. Okay. But, remember, if we're going to graph, the coordinates or the ordered pair negative 1 and negative 1, so it falls under what? The third quadrant. Okay? So, ito yung negative 1, di ba? For example, this is your negative 1 and this is your negative 1. Okay? So, as you can see, this is not positive 45 degrees. Okay? From its reference angle here, so that is 90, negative 90 minus 45.
Negative 135 po.
So that is negative 135 degrees. So this is negative 135 degrees. Or you can just remember that if the value of the x value is negative, remember, and the value of y is negative, what you're going to do is subtract 180 degrees. Okay? And if the value of x is negative and the value of y is positive, what you're going to do is to add 180 degrees. Remember that. Kung hindi nyo ito nagigets. Okay? So, kapag ang value na lang ng x ay negative at ang value ng negative ni y ay negative, mag-minus ka ng 180 degrees. Kapag ang value ng x mo ay negative at ang value mo ng y ay positive, mag-plus ka ng 180 degrees. Okay? Nakuha?
Yes.
Nagets po ba?
Yes po, sir.
Gets po ba?
Yes po.
Okay, clear. Okay. So, nakita nyo, bakit naging sine siya? Sine kasi ang ating reference oscillator, okay, ay sine. Pero kapag ang given ko ay cosine, so magiging cosine ito. Okay? Okay. So for Q is equal to 1 and I is equal to 0. So ang ating I balance modulator I balance modulator output will be equal to negative sine omega ct. Ang ating Q balance ano ba naman yun? Balance modulator will be equal, dahil ito ay 1 na, so magiging positive cosine omega ct. Okay? So ang output, ito yung equal niya. Okay? So ang magiging linear summer output niya will be cosine omega ct minus sine omega ct. Again, so we need to find the resultant 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay? So r is equal to the square root of x squared plus y squared. R is equal to, so the value of x is negative 1 squared plus positive y squared. Again, this is just equal to 1.414. So this will be equal to 1.414 sine omega ct. Okay? So kunin natin yung kanyang angle. Angle is equal to arc tan ng y over x. So this will be equal to arc tan. Ang value po ng y ay positive 1 at ang value po ng x ay negative 1. So pakipindot, ano pong sagot?
Negative 45.
So that is
Negative 78. 0.785.
ah,
Negative 45 po.
Negative 45.
Negative 45.
po.
hindi niya na agad natandaan. Ang sagot ay
Negative 45 po.
positive 135. So that is positive 135 degrees. Kasasabi ko lang na kapag ang inyong y ay negative at kapag ang inyong x ay negative at ang inyong y ay positive, plus 180 degrees. So siya equal sa positive 414 sine omega ct plus 135 degrees. Explain ko pa kung bakit. Dahil siya ay negative 1 and 1, okay, i-graph natin. So kung i-graph natin siya, so that is negative 1 and positive 1. So siya ay nasa quadrant 2. Okay? So quadrant 2, kung lumabas ay positive 45, ito ba ay positive 45? Hindi, kasi ito ay 90 plus 45 is 135 degrees. Kaya naging siyang positive 135 degrees. Nakukuha?
Yes po.
Nagets?
Yes po.
Okay,
Yes po.
good. Good. Okay. For our third combination, we have Q is equal to 0 and I is equal to 1. Okay? So I balance modulator. So this will be equal to positive sine omega ct. Q balanced modulator is equal to negative cosine omega ct. At ang kanilang linear summer output, so nalagay ko nakalimutan yung 1. Don't forget yung 1. So linear summer output will be equal to negative 1 cosine omega ct plus sine plus 1 omega ct is equal to, again, kunin natin yung r, square root ng x squared plus y squared. R is equal to, so y is negative 1 squared plus, x pala yun. So 1, so this is 1 squared plus negative 1 squared is just again equal to 1.414. 1.414. And your angle is equal to arctan ng y over x. This will be equal to arctan y is equal to negative 1 and your x is equal to positive 1. Ano pong sagot?
135 po.
Ha?
135.
Negative 45 lang po, sir.
Negative
Negative 45 po.
45 degrees. Okay? So dito wala kaming i-add, wala kang ipa-plus kasi nga positive yung x. Okay? Okay, for last combination, Q is equal to 1, I is equal to 1. So this will be I balance modulator will be equal to 1 sine omega ct Q balanced modulator so to 1 cosine omega ct at ang kanilang output ay 1 cosine omega ct plus 1 sine omega ct is equal to, again, kunin na value ng r, square root ng x squared plus y squared. R is equal to 1 squared plus 1 squared. R is equal to 1.414, which is equal to 1.414 sine omega ct. The value of tangent angle is arctan y over x or arctan 1 over 1, which is equal to
45 po.
45.
35 po, sir.
45 degrees. Yun. Yun. So, nakuha na natin yung outputs. Okay. Wait lang. Okay. Okay. So again, you are asked to find the truth table, phasor diagram, as well as the constellation diagram. Okay? So, paano ba tayo nag-construct ng constellation diagram? Truth table. Okay? So, tinuruan naman kayo mag-truth table, di ba? Naglo-logic naman kayo. So, first are your binary input, which are the Q and I. These are 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1. And your QPSK output phase. Ay, ano ba yun? Okay? So ano pong output phase nung 0, 0? Ay, yeah? Mali ito. Mali nga kayo. Yan, okay? Ano pong output phase nung 0, 0?
Negative 135 po, sir.
Negative 135 degrees. Yung 0, 1,
Positive 135.
135 po.
negative 45 degrees. 1, 0,
45 degrees po.
45 degrees.
positive 135 degrees. Then positive po. Ano ba? Saan ba kayo natingin? Sinulat nyo na, hindi nyo pa mabasa na maayos. Diba? Q1, 0. Q1, 0. Tama, 135. Okay? So, this is your truth table. So, ganyan po mag-construct ng truth table. Okay? Okay, next. Next is you are asked to find the phasor diagram. Yan ko lang. Wait lang, split ko muna. Again, so when creating a phasor diagram, what you're going to do is to create an imaginary vertical and horizontal lines. Okay? So this is straight to ha, though vertical, that is straight. Okay? And crisscross, straight din yan, arrow. Okay? So this represents the angle, ha? So that is positive and negative 45, then positive and negative 135 degrees. Again, so for the label, so for your y-axis, we have the positive cosine omega ct, and this is your negative cosine omega ct. This is your negative sine omega ct, and this here is your positive sine omega ct. Okay? Next, you're going to put the channels, which is Q and I, Q and I, Q and I, Q and I, and the output of the linear summer. Okay? So this will be equal to cosine omega ct negative sine omega ct, which is equal to 1 and 0, and ang kanilang output ay sine omega ct plus 135 degrees. Same as lang dito sa lahat. So this will be equal to negative cosine omega ct, negative sine omega ct. So this is 0, 0, sine omega ct minus 135 degrees. Dito din, ganun din. So this will be equal to negative cosine omega ct positive sine omega ct, which is equal to 0 and 1, which is equal to sine omega ct minus 45 degrees. So, ganun din dito. Cosine omega ct positive sine omega ct. So, press positive, 1, 1. Ang output nila ay sine omega ct plus 45 degrees. Yan. So, this is your letter B. So, this is your phasor diagram. So, that is how you construct the phasor diagram. Nakuha? Nagets?
Yes po.
May tanong lang po.
Okay, go. Fire.
Sa resultant po ba, lagi po bang sin omega ct lang po yung nilalagay?
Ano na?
Yung sa resultant po, di ba pagka kumuha po ng resultant, yung magiging sagot po ba?
Okay. Hindi mo na isasama yung resultant na kung ano makuha mong resultant.
Okay, po, sige.
Okay?
Okay.
Any more questions? Okay, kung wala na, we can move on to the constellation diagram. Okay? So when dealing with constellation diagram, so again, you're going to create an imaginary vertical and horizontal lines. Again, its label is cosine omega ct, negative cosine omega ct, negative sine omega ct, positive sine omega ct, and ilalagay mo yung die bits mo. So ito ay positive 1, 1. Ito ay 0, 1. Ito ay 1, 0. And this is your 0, 0. Okay? So this is your constellation diagram. Okay? So bakit ganyan? Yan ay nakabasis pa din sa angle, ha? So ang angle nito ay positive 45, ito ay positive 135, this is negative 135, and this one is negative 45 degrees. Okay? Okay na, na-gets?
Yes po, sir.
Okay, any question regarding the truth table, constellation, and phasor diagrams? Okay na? Okay. Clear na natin. Okay. Stop share. Okay, so of course, when dealing with QPSK, we also have bandwidth considerations. Okay, so mag-solve tayo ng bandwidth and baud for QPSK. Okay, so for a QPSK modulator with an input data rate FB equal to 10 Mbps and a carrier frequency of 70 MHz, determine the minimum double-sided Nyquist bandwidth Fn and the baud. Okay? So, total na-solve naman natin yung BPSK last time, di ba? So, tinatanong lang dyan. Also, compare the results with those achieved with the BPSK. Okay? So, no need. What we're going to do is to find the bandwidth, the baud, for the QPSK modulation or the QPSK modulator. Okay? So, picturean nyo lang yung tanong or take a screenshot of it. Then, isolve natin. Okay. So, during our last discussion about BPSK, I already told you what will be the BPSK output. Okay? Which is kasama din sa prelim exam nyo, yung BPSK output. So, dahil katulad lang naman sila, para silang PSK, so QPSK output is just equal to the product of sine of different angles. Okay? So the output of the balanced modulators can be expressed mathematically as sine omega 80 multiplied by sine omega CT. Okay? Looks familiar? And then omega A is just equal to 2 pi omega 80. Sige, ulit. Omega 80 is just equal to 2 pi F80, while omega CT is just equal to 2 pi FCT. Okay? So FA is the what?
Input bit rate.
No, FA is the highest fundamental frequency. The input bit rate is FB yun. Okay? So, to be able to find the highest fundamental frequency, FA, so that is FB, or the input bit rate over 4. Okay? So, during our discussion of BPSK, I already discussed how to find the highest fundamental frequency of BPSK. But when finding the value of the highest fundamental frequency of BPSK, what you're going to do is to divide the input bitrate by 2 because that is BPSK. But in QPSK, what you're going to do is divide the input bitrate FB by 4. Okay? So this is the modulating signal and this one is the carrier signal. Okay? So kaya nga FC frequency carrier. Okay? So, ang magiging output niya will be equal to sine 2 pi F80 multiplied by sine 2 pi FCT. Again, I already told you the trigonometric identity for product of sine of two different angle. Okay? So that is 1/2 cosine 2 pi minus their angle, which is FC, minus ang FA po natin ay FB over 4T minus 1/2 cosine 2 pi FC plus FB over 4T. Okay? So the output spectrum will just be equal, or the output spectrum or the bandwidth will just be equal to the what? The maximum, which this is the maximum upper side frequency. Naituro ko na rin, which is this one is the lower or the minimum lower side frequency. Okay? So to be able to get the output spectrum or the bandwidth, so what you're going to do is subtract the MSUF or the USF to its LSF. Okay? So the bandwidth consideration will just be equal to FC plus FB over 4 minus FC minus FB over 4. So FC will just be cancelled out. And this will be equal to 2FB over 4 or just equal to FB over 2. Okay? Nakuha po? Nagets po ba?
Konti lang.
Sige,
Pwede po dun sa MLS.
sorry again?
Pwede pong simula po dun sa MLSF sa MUSF po.
Okay, so during our discussion about BPSK, I already discussed to you that the right side or the positive side wherein FC and its additional FA represents the maximum upper side frequency. While on the left side of the...
Please ka dyan, baby ka.
Ano? Sorry, ano? Ulit? May sinasabi ka ba? Sorry?
Wala po. Napindot po ng pusa yung yung button.
Kimi, puso. Okay. Okay. Then the difference between the carrier frequency and the highest fundamental frequency represents the minimum lower side frequency. Okay? Then, to be able to get the output spectrum or the bandwidth consideration of a QPSK, so what you're going to do is subtract the maximum upper side frequency and its minimum lower side frequency. So that is why FC plus FB over 4 minus FC minus FB over 4 is equal to 2FB over 4 or FB over 2. Nagets na? Hoy!
Sir, yung FB over 2 po ba yung minimum bandwidth po?
Yes. So that is your output spectrum or the bandwidth.
Sir, yung bandwidth, yung minimum bandwidth po ba kapareho ng baud? Same lang po sila ng formula?
Sa PSK, yes. Bandwidth is equal to baud. Okay?
Yes po, sir.
Any more questions? Any more clarifications? Wala na? Okay, kung wala na, let us solve. Okay, so you are asked to find the bandwidth. So, bandwidth. So, pakita ko lang. So, again, output is equal to sine 2 pi FAT multiplied by sine 2 pi FCT, which is equal to 1/2 cosine 2 pi FC, again, minus FB over 4 minus 1/2, sorry, I forgot T, 1/2 cosine 2 pi FC plus FB over 4 T. Again, we need to find the value of FA. FA is equal to FB over 4. FA, so we have an input bit rate, FB, of 10 megabits per second. Divide 4, so that is equal to 2.5 megahertz. Okay, substituting the value of FA, so this will be equal to 1/2 cosine 2 pi. So the carrier frequency, again, that is given. So FC is equal to 70 megahertz. So this will be equal to 70 megahertz minus 2.5 megahertz T minus 1/2 cosine 2 pi 70 megahertz plus 2.5 megahertz T. Okay? So again, this one represents the LSF. This one represents the USF. To be able to get the bandwidth, what you're going to do is subtract the USF minus LSF. So that is 70 minus 2.5. So that is 67.5 megahertz. Wait lang. Wait lang. Okay, yun lang ba? Okay, bye. Okay? So this one is 67.5 and the other one is 72.5 megahertz. So getting the difference between the USF and the LSF gives you 5 megahertz. So that is your bandwidth. And also, if you are asked to find the baud is equal to 5 mega baud. And using the formula, bandwidth is equal to FB over 2. So that is 10 Mbps over 2. It will give you an answer of 5 megahertz. Okay? So pero halimbawa tinanong ko kayo using the output formula for QPSK, generate the bandwidth. So ang gagamitin nyo ay ito. Okay? Nagets po ba?
Opo.
Okay. Any more question, clarification?
Sir, paano po naging 5 megahertz yung yung sa equal po nung 67.5 megahertz?
72 minus 67.5. Di ba 5?
Okay po. Thank you po.
Okay. Okay na? So again, if you are asked to find the output spectrum naman, so tinuro ko na din to, pero I'm sure hindi nyo na ulit alam. So if you are asked to find the output spectrum, so what you're going to do is to draw the USF and the LSF.
Yung tinuro nung Indiano sa akin eh. Yung upper,
Tinuro ng Indiano sa'yo, grabe ka naman.
sorry po.
Hindi ko ba tinuro? Okay.
Hindi po yung sa po dati nung nag-advance study ako.
70 megahertz and the lower side frequency, which is equal to 67.5 megahertz. And this one will be equal to 72.5 megahertz. And don't forget to draw the bandwidth. Bandwidth is equal to 5 megahertz. So this is your output spectrum. Okay? So any question? Any question? Any clarifications? Wala na?
Sir, hello po. Balikan ko lang po yung sa resultant.
Okay.
Tanong ko lang po kung yung X po ba is I and yung Y po is laging Q. Yun po sa pag-solve po ng resultant. So yung X po is yung ating I and your Y po is yung Q po. Tama po ba?
No. Hindi yon. Ang Q... okay, sige. Pwede. Tama pala. So, pwede ko nga pala silang baliktarin. So, ang Q, siya yung laging Y. Okay? Then, yung I, siya yung laging X.
Thank you po, sir.
Okay. Ouch. Any question? So, yun. So, sabihin ko na yung schedule natin. So, for our first quiz, so will be on November 6. So, ang ituturo ko next meeting will be 8 PSK. So, yung 8 PSK, again, isa-isahin nyo siya. So, meron siyang 8 outputs. So, then, it will have 3 channels. Okay? So, 2 cube. Kaya naging 8 QPSK. So, magkakaroon siya ng 8 combinations. So, ganun din. Kukunin nyo yung combination ng mga die bits. Then, output phase. Then, i-analyze nyo yung modulator. As well as 16. Okay? So, isang tanong, parang 30 minutes agad ang pagsosolve. So, possible 2 questions lang. yung quiz or we'll see. Possible, yeah. 2 questions. And yeah. So siya ay November 6, okay? So on Monday, I will be discussing 8 PSK. Okay, so one topic for that. And on 25th, I will be discussing the 16 PSK. And on Monday, October 30,
Sir,
wala
excuse po, wala po tayong schedule ng Monday, Tuesday and Thursday lang po.
Ay, oo. Yeah. Tuesday and Thursday. Yun yung sa kabila. Sorry. So, Tuesday and Thursday. So 24, I'll be discussing, 8 PSK. And then on 26th of October, I will be discussing 16 PSK. And then on October 30, we don't have class. Sorry, I mean 3. Ay, may klase pala tayo ng 31. Pwede tayo mag-quiz ng October 31. Kasi yung kabila, wala akong klase ng 30. Wala din klase ako ng 1. Kaya ang quiz nila ay November 6. Okay? So, magkaiba naman na kayo ng quiz. So, wala namang mangyayaring leakage. Okay? So, ang first quiz nyo will be on October 31. Okay?
Hindi online quiz po yun.
Ano?
Online quiz po, face-to-face quiz po yun.
Of course, hindi ako magpapa-online quiz. Never.
Sir, excuse po. Pwede po kayong mag-request na November 6 na lang po yung quiz, sir?
No.
Sige, thank you po, sir.
Okay. Wala na?
Ulam na lang. Yun nga, ulam. Bakit?
So, kung wala na, go.
I just want to clarify lang po kung ano pong size po nung sa project po na bond paper. A4 nga po ba?
No. Short bond paper.
Thank you po.
So, para doon sa mga hindi nakakalam, you're going to have your final project. So, your final project will be all the computations, including the problem and the solutions in engineering lettering, short band paper, and blue ball pen only.
Ang bibili ka lahat ito na, no?
Okay? Nakalimutan ko palang banggitin ulit yung sa kabila. Okay na?
65 ang pork chop dun.
Any more questions, clarifications?
Sir, ako po.
I'll go.
Yun nga po bang project ay kasama doon po yung halimbawa po yung meaning ng bandwidth, ganun po. Yung
Yeah,
block
it's up to you. It's up to you. Kasi ang goal talaga nung project na yon is for you to have a reviewer. Malay mo, removal ka. Hindi may reviewer ka.
Walang sasakyan, diretso. Ang dami doon sa...
Sir, ako po, may follow-up question po.
I'll go.
Magbibigay po kaya kayo ng syllabus, sir?
Syllabus. Hindi ba ako nagbigay ng syllabus?
Hindi pa po, sir.
Huwag na, hindi na. Kasi pag nagbigay naman ako ng syllabus, hindi nyo naman inaaral eh. PPT nga, hindi nyo inaaral eh.
Aralin po namin yun, sir.
Hindi, ganito na lang. Total, alam nyo naman yung mga topics, di ba? Sinabi ko na. So, next topic will be 8 PSK, 16 PSK, 8 QAM, and 16 QAM.
Diyan ka lang naman, diretso, ha?
Kesa, tingnan nyo yung syllabus tapos hindi nyo naman alam yung topic. Okay? So, gano'n na lang. Every meeting, sasabihin ko yung next topic. Okay? Wala na? Any more questions?
Ano po, sir? Tungkol pa rin po sa project. May criteria po ba kayo?
May criteria of judging. Siyempre, ang criteria, completeness, accuracy, and neatness. And dapat engineering lettering.
Okay po, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yep. So that is 20% of your final grade. Final term grade, not final grade. Final term grade. Question? Wala na? So kung wala nang tanong, thank you so much. You can take your dinner. Bye!
Thank you po.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you po, sir.
Po, sir.
Thank you po.
Thank
you po.
Thank you po, sir.